And we're back on the Mana Symbol channel doing something I haven't done in a little while. It's playing some Legacy. So what are we playing in Legacy? Well, I've been donated this wonderful mono black Pox deck featuring many Planeswalkers and a couple of new cards. So let's talk through what we're doing here. We got 4 Liliana the Veil. These are teaming up with our Smallpox to put our opponent on low resources to take advantage of that game state. We also have Liliana the Last Hope and Ashiok Dreamrender. These both add to the sort of prison-y elements that should stop our opponent from being able to dig their way out. We've got Thoughtseize, we've got Hymn to Tourach. Let's see, we've got plenty more discard where that came from, right? Actually, no, but we do have very interesting Chain of Smog here. So this is 1 of the black. Target player discards 2 cards. That player may copy the spell and choose a new target for that copy. However, if you own a Sedgemoor Witch, if you have a Sedgemoor Witch in play, you can target yourself with Chain of Smog and copy it as many times as you like, and put an infinite number of 1/1 black and green pest creature tokens into play, which certain decks in Legacy will not be able to deal with. So should be good against some of the decks we'll face against. We got newcomer Sudden Edict from Modern Horizons 2. This is split second, target creature or target player sacrifices a creature. So that is actually kind of relevant in this format because there are some huge Mamma Jammas, Emrakul coming in off of Show and Tell or Sneak Attack, as well as Grizzlebrand. There's also Reanimator decks, so we can use that against those. We got some Bitterblossoms. We got to Feed the Swarm. We got 4 of Cling to Dust, 4 of Fatal Push, and an Innocent Blood. So hopefully going to help us grind through the game, plus be able to have early removal against Delver and the other aggressive decks. And then the mana base for Wasteland, of course. We got Mishra's Factories, mostly Swamps and Urborg, and some Castle Locthwains, which again can help us grind out. So should be able to put the game on a low resource state fairly quickly and then grind our opponent out. And then most of the sideboard cards, we'll just talk about those as we hit the different matchups. So I haven't played Legacy in a little while, so I'm excited to run into a bunch of monkeys. But you gotta shock the monkey. Shock the monkey. Whoa, yeah. So sorry. Am I going back to the cruise life? I'm not 100% sure yet. Let's see how much money I can make while streaming. Y'all are helping me make that decision as we speak, and so am I. And then Sedgemoor Witch, are you trying to actually win? Well, you try to win with Pox. You just don't try to normally win like that with damage and creatures. Red-White Painter exists? I miss Teamer Painter with Oko. Slap the monkey works. Push the monkey works. I think you gotta shock the monkey. Don't you know you gotta shock the monkey? Yeah, Sedgemoor Witch is basically a black mentor. But one of the more important things is that in aggressive decks, which this is not, but in an aggressive deck, the ward 3 life is super relevant. And then the 3/2 Menace Body is also quite relevant. Oh, Pokemoki right off the bat. Oh, I should not have kept this hand. This is a bad hand. Oh well. It'll be fine. I have uncounterable removal. I got basics, so my opponent can't wasteland me. And they can't stifle my lack of fetches. You can still sort of play it, just no Oko. The thing is, the Oko won me so many games with... yeah, I'm going to cantrip here. The Oko won me so many games with Ice Fang Codal. Like teaming up. Only Bant Saga plays Stifle anymore. Sad. Well, I'm going to Wasteland and then cantrip again, I think. wasn't play Ice Fang? What? You wouldn't play Ice Fang, or? No, I'm just talking about the version that I really liked that I played. I also, Astrolabe is also gone, so it's like my desire to play welders and all that kind of nonsense is just very dead. It's just hard for me to care. Just all the things I kind of loved about that deck are gone. Astrolabe being gone from Legacy, I'm just really still a bit annoyed about. Chromatic Star is quite good. Did you play with Astrolabe, or you just? Because I have played with Astrolabe and I have played with Chromatic Star. Was I supposed to play around Days here? Also, was I supposed to lead on Sedgemoor Witch in case of Days and or Force of Will? Okay, well, they're eating a Force of Will, so that's fine. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, I feel like there's a bunch of decks that I just don't really... Yeah, our position looks pretty good here. There's a bunch of decks I just don't care to even try playing anymore without Astrolabe. Or, like, I've tried enough things without Astrolabe after Astrolabe got banned that just failed to work colossally, where I'm just like, I'm done. If it's Bant Saga, you should play around Days, but this looks like Bant Anti-Delver. Okay. I mean, we're going to kill that. With our one of. Okay. Well, that sucks. Chain them. Chain them, they chain me back. And I don't chain them again. No, it's... We're just in a tough spot now. You try to combo off? Yeah. Okay, but both of you are assuming that that works somehow. Like, I mean, I guess I'm going to feel bullied into doing it. I just, like, I don't feel confident about it. Try on 2 forces, you might have a chance. I mean, the Chain of Smog needs to resolve, though. Yeah, but then I Chain of Smogged myself. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to play this on them. Guess we could have chained before trying to kill the library. They would have kept Force Blue card, right? There's no way in the world that they wouldn't. But they don't currently have any white mana, right? Like, at all? But I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to chain them here. Because if they chain me back, they get crushed. And then also, if they daze it, it's fine. I don't think they'll chain me back, but I just... Did they exile anything strange with Force of Will? No. I mean, Dress Down's a little odd. Oh, they discard Uro. Okay, well. That's terrifying. I don't count out things that you think someone wouldn't do, Carrion Lynch. I mean, Jeff's a very good Magic player, so if you chain me back, I'm assuming he'd know exactly why he was doing it. Yes, Uro's still legal. What do you mean, what the... Uro's very much okay in this format. Oh, you legit didn't know. That's fine. This is the Uro's a very okay card in this format. It probably would have been fine in Modern at this point, too. Yeah, they have to pay a 3 life, which is definitely not irrelevant here. But it sucks that, like, again, our deck is so bad at putting pressure out, though, that this almost doesn't matter. I want to cling their Uro rather than play the Bitterblossom this turn. So I'm going to do it. Because Uro Sylvan Library is gross. So they don't have enough life anymore to keep using Library, so I kind of feel like I have the high ground here, because we've got the Castle Locthwain. We've got more threats coming in theory, but we'll see. Like, Endurance would be a real beating in terms of just stalling my board. I don't know. Seems like a tough matchup, but we're doing okay. Harvest. So they're just spinning their wheels hard. They're looking for land? Yeah, and they got a tropical island. Pest beats are getting there. Yeah, the big ban in Legacy was Oko, Arcanist, and Astrolabe. Which personally I think is excessive, but I think Astrolabe should have been allowed to live for a while. I understand why it was banned, but I think it would have been considerably less good without... That's fine. Without Oko. Oh my. Here are my flyers. There are many like them, but these ones are mine. Yeah. And don't forget Dragon's Rage Channeler. Blue-Red Delver in Legacy now plays 12 1-drops? 16 1-drops? Up to 16 1-drops? Casts an Uro. Yikes. Oh, no. Ah. Boo. It's all over, people. It's all over. It's all ogre. Well, the dream of Pest Beats went away when... Could have had a million 1/1s? Could we? I don't know that we could have. And if I had, I would have lost my whole hand, which I guess I should have done it. Now they play Uro, which means they gain the life to start using their Sylvan Library again. Yes, I am aware how the combo works, Tara. I just didn't want to do it in this situation because I don't know their deck list well enough, I guess. And it didn't seem to me like the right thing to do at the time. It seemed very all in. Yeah, I'm going to castle for sure. If I can... Well, I'm going to kill it next turn, but I'm hoping that I draw that or a Wasteland, which I did. I disagree, Turtle Power, but again, I was an Uro player. So let's play Innocent Blood first. No, let's just Edict. Use IB? I have to cut my clock for that. I have double Edict, right? Like, they're both uncounterable kill spells. Like, if you... I mean, maybe they're going to force a negation, the Innocent Blood. Yeah, I just don't feel like I want to go slower. I already can't Locthwain this turn. I guess if they have the force for this, it'll be annoying. Shit. Come on. Maybe they would have forced the removal spell. Alright, thanks for the follow there, Toxygene. Legacy. We're back. I don't mind the Uro. It's the Uro Sylvan Library. Like, Sylvan Library drew them 2-3 cards earlier. And is providing constant low-level brainstorming. Well, that was fun. Okay, so the game is gonna lock. Yay! Patch day! Is this a known bug? I don't think so. Oh, what? Okay, but I wasn't playing Sylvan Library, right? Yeah, I should get my money back for this league. I wasn't playing with a bug card. Did I put a stop? Where am I supposed to put a stop? Someone told me about stops. Just click and unclick your stops. Like all of them? Yeah. But it refreshed our clocks too, which is crazy. His hand is fine. Turn 2 Wasteland maybe into turn 3 him. They should just concede. I'm not going to tell them to concede. I mean, it's still really frustrating, but... All right, it's all good. It's all good. We're here to play the deck. So we don't know who actually would have finished up that game. Yeah, I mean, I felt really behind. So apparently the card that's bugged is Sylvan Library. If you try to undo the Sylvan Library there, you get a game reset like that. So the deck they're playing is not playing Days, I assume. Pog, 2 mana Karn Ultimate. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They have Dress Down? That's not Days. Dress Down is the card I think it is. That kills all the constructs and they'll draw a card, but that doesn't do any of the things that I am worried about right here. No, I'm just like worried about playing around Days with the Smallpox or the Him. I think I'm supposed to go him into Ashiok. And then him into Smallpox, or him into, or that Pox into Wasteland next turn if they do something about this, maybe. We'll see. Turn 1 Humility? What? Dress Down is the hot new tech for Legacy. Partial Humility. Yeah, I mean, it's temporary Humility. It doesn't make things 1/1s. Yeah, that's the major difference, I suppose. But losing the abilities is a big thing because it kills every construct in play. Or the constructs, whatever you want to call them. Never played around Days in my life. I'm not starting now. Do I want to mill myself? No, I don't think so. Yeah. I mean, it does a lot of things, right? I mean, it doesn't turn off dying to Emrakul, but it does stop the 6 sacrifice, which could be good enough. Ice Fang. All right, I guess I should have thought of that one. Seems like I'm in a good spot anyway, though. Now Smallpox is good? I mean, now Smallpox is exceptional. Okay, that's fine. So we go... That is no longer fine. God damn it. Boo! Opponent, why? I hate how much value they just got. Well, let's see what we're looking at here. So they have another green source. So... we take the Ice Fang or we take the Uro. I guess I could take the Ponder. But that's a 1/1. That's a 1/1. That's a 2/1. Uro, then Ashiok. I can let them play the Uro, though, right? It's just a 3 mana 1/1. Yeah. We've got a way to deal with the Uro. So I don't think I'm supposed to Wasteland here. But I do want to cling one of my own cards to Cantrip, because I've got double cling. See if I can hit a land. And that attacks down to Fairy next turn. Oh, they have the Swords to Plowshares, though. Never mind. Oh, but I have the Wasteland. And they don't have another white source. They have a blue-green. Okay, looking for a second white source. Yeah. I figured it out, French. I figured it out. I found the line. They have a Misty, correct. But they can't fetch. Well, they can crack the fetch. Found a blue. Okay. But they're tapped off white now. So I don't need to waste them. So I'm not going to. Well, they wouldn't play the fetch. I have the Ashiok sitting in play right now, right? Oh, no, it's all good. You guys are all good. Guys, gals, non-binary pals. That's the one I was trying to think of earlier. Guys, gals, non-binary pals. And with their Ponder, I didn't pay attention what they did with the stack. They chose not to shuffle. Okay, so hopefully we hit something relevant. I think I'm good here. I guess I could waste them proactively to try to stop them from like getting another Teferi or like any white threat. It's probably a good idea. I'll probably find a land before it's a problem. Can also cycle my Cling end of turn. God. Boo! Gosh darn it. You can't, well, yeah, I mean, cantripping in a Narset, that's the... Smashy, smashy. This format is so rude. I never had to play against too many of these Sylvan Library Uro decks, but good God. This is the worst. Can they Misty a shuffle even if they aren't allowed to find? They can do. They chose land and they got a Flooded Strand. That is not what they were looking for. Deck seems like a great reason to play Painter. That's why you play GAC exclusively. Fair enough. Well, let's hit him off of 2 cards. Or try to. I mean, Ashiok's doing brutal... Oh, they had double Flooded Strand. Of course. Well. I don't mind the dirtling blue decks at all. I don't mind blue-white Miracles when I ran into it. I don't even think I minded Bant Miracles when I ran into it when I was playing Uro and Ice Fang. But I don't remember them having Sylvan Library every goddamn game. Which, this may just be 2 in a row where they happen to, but... Mill them, lol? What? I mean, I could have. I'm just a little bit worried about my Ashiok. If they find an Ice Fang... If they find an Ice Fang, that's way more relevant than... Yeah. I want to have a window to interact with the Ice Fang. Yeah, exactly. Ashiok in play is keeping them off more lands than Ashiok milling them would. They chose not to shuffle again. Oh, yeah. Super. So about those low resource games we were supposed to generate. Those sounded like fun. But top deck Mishra's Factory. That would be big here. Kill the Jace. Nope. Our resources are definitely low. Well, at least one of us is playing low resources. Am I supposed to put them to 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 plus a land plus the Uro. So they, in theory, could get to the Uro next turn through this. So I think I do have to mill them now. Just to clear their graveyard and the top of their deck. Mills Endurance, Tundra, Trop, and Force. Okay. If I want to Pox this turn, I do it now, but I don't. Draw off Castle. I'd rather hit the Jace or hit them than draw off Castle by a huge margin. Like, not close. I'm just, like, this freaking Misty in play means, like, Smallpox for damage isn't really relevant. But I guess putting them to 4 kind of is. You think we're racing? If we're racing, should I just throw down an extra point of damage here? I feel like I should. Takes a card out of their hand. We're gonna hit them. You would hold the Pox. All right. We're going to hit them. There's no question that we're gonna hit them. Oh, yeah, you meant instead of the Jace. Sorry. My mind hitting them was attack. There's no question that I wasn't attacking, but it's hitting them and Pox. No. We can't hit them and Pox. We could Pox and then hit them, but we can't hit them and Pox, which is why I was looking to cast the Pox before combat. If you hit them, then Pox, bad things are going to happen. Bad things happen if you hit them in Pox. You will not be happy with the result. And by you, I mean me. We want them to draw an extra library card here. Oh, right, and then find the swords, but then die to the Smallpox. I like that. Yeah, they didn't, though. Well, I mean... Yeah, I know they do. They found their swords to plowshares. Like, there's just nothing I can do. I can play Liliana and plus it. If they have Ice Fang, though, they kill Ashiok, and then I feel like they probably just get ripping out of control. I think I'm supposed to play Liliana here, though. How many cards in hand? 4. 4 cards in hand, 19 cards in library. Yes, yeah, Plow is super live. I could pick up my Sedgemoor Witch. Yeah. Cast it next turn. Show me the Ice Fang. Oh. Oh! Right. I also forgot about that card. That's a whole Breacher. And you need exclamation point card. Yeah, there you go. It's Narset, but instead of just preventing the draws, they get treasure tokens. Well, kind of. Yeah, I mean, it's a more efficient Notion Thief, but you don't get the cards. So Notion Thief is infinitely better and always will be. Yeah, exactly. Notion lets you draw 1, 2 less CMC. Oh, I'm very aware. But I stand by what I said. I stand by what I said. Yeah. Sucks. Okay. Think I'm afraid of you, Jeff? I'm afraid of shit. Sure. Swords me, baby. Swords me hard. Oh yeah. Yep. Just all of the things. Unfortunately, our milling and all of their going through their own deck only hit all sorts of threats of theirs. They got the answers. I mean, to be fair, they have had Sylvan Library and Jace the Mind Sculptor in play for like 8 turns? Feels like? I know it's only turn 10, but it really feels like it isn't. Now they're fate sealing me? Goodness gracious. If this didn't feel horrible already. Hey, how's it going, Barbecue Hoss? So, Sedgemoor. You still have it all? Pox. Trigger. If they have swords, we weren't going to get anything good here anyway. Probably activated the Ashiok since it would die. Yeah, that was probably correct. They're light on. They failed to find. All right. They're light on. The hell is this? Oh, it's forcible. Okay. They are light on cards in library. I'm down to 15. I feel like Miracles has a way to reset their deck, though. Dress down. Cycle the dress down. Oh, they EOT'd it, though. So it's in play the entire turn? Weird. Oh, I also imagine they're going for the Jace win. Yeah, there's only one Ashiok. Which I think is correct. Okay, your whole Beacher can't block my Sedgemoor Witch, but... How many Swords to Plowshares have they played? Oh, the other one was in the other game, right? Yeah, the other one was in the other game. Well, at least we can see if the path is clear for my factory. Oh, Jesus. I love these decks. I love playing these decks. And I love playing against these decks with a deck that felt like we could... Oh my god. Their board is huge! What? I can't... I'm never going to get through that. Alright, you got it. Well, I said we were supposed to do that, Fusion Plays. We obviously failed. Were they at 7 before the swords? Which swords? I don't know. I don't know when they were at 7. We had them at 5 the last time it was kind of relevant. They're at 5. They were at 7. I hit them for 2. That was the turn I could have poxed them first and put them to 4, but they never. What do I want to say? They never. Thought they were at 4, then Swords of the Sedgemoor. Okay, but what? Oh no, yeah, no. Oh, they Swords of the Sedgemoor on the turn where they dressed down, didn't they? Though, wasn't it? Yeah, it was on the. I think it was on the turn with the dress down though. Yeah. So, I feel like Chain of Smog and Sedgemoor Witch should go out here. Maybe not the Witch, but this. I don't think I could ever resolve this in this matchup. It dies to removal. It dies to counter magic. So. And then Innocent Blood and Sudden Edict seem like a bit much. Especially when they have as many creatures as they do. That was crazy. I think this is all I want. Maybe more Ashioks would be okay. I can't. Was this the game where they did Teferi plus Ice Fang? Because that buried us. That was not okay. At that moment, I felt like I'd lost the game, and I'm pretty sure that was kind of it. We're not going to be able to crawl back. All right. Well, I mean, we played most of 2, right? But only 1 got recorded. What other game, Grandpa? They went for land and they got a snow-covered island. Okay. Okay. That could be nice. Yeah. Wow. Just all removal. So do I take the Ice Fang and surgical it? So this hand does not beat Ashiok at all. Take the Ponder. Take the Ponder, play the Ashiok, play the Liliana. Ending on 3 does. Yeah, sure. You're right. Why not 2 for 1? Yeah, all right. We'll take the 2 for 1. And I guess if they Ponder and put the cards back, or don't shuffle, we could surgical the Ice Fang and just take out their 2 for 1s. I know I'm supposed to save the surgical for Uro, but take and surgical the endings. Oh my god! Right, because surgical's obnoxious. Man, it's been a while since I played with surgical extraction. Yeah, Legacy Goblins had the line there, so we didn't do that. I still think I'm going to Ashiok here. If they found Force of Will, they'll force it, or negation. If they have a fetch land, we beat that. And they did choose to shuffle, so the top of their deck was random, but I definitely want to wipe out their graveyard if they have a prismatic ending here. Okay. Seems like they don't have the mana they need. Yeah, Legacy Goblins needed that information sooner. I definitely would have followed that line, I think. 2 Ice Fangs down, yeah. They don't have the white mana yet, so let's hit Wasteland. It's not Wasteland, but it's pretty good. No, wait, they have infinite swords, but they still don't have white mana. All right. Maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't. Let's find out. They can't Prismatic Ending and Swords on the same turn next turn. Okay. Pox to keep them off more lands? More lands is not what mattered. Generally. Oh, playing the Urborg gave them more mana. Whoops. We will mill them here because they brainstormed. Mills Swords, Prismatic Ending, Misty, and Flooded Strand. So the top 2 cards they put were cards they could not play. They have 6 cards in hand. And Dress Down is a neato. Urborg and Prismatic. Oh, yeah. Wow, yeah, I just punted that in every possible way, huh? And I looked at it and I was like, well, I don't need this Urborg for anything right now, but more land drops is mo land drops. Looking to get light on cards. We can sack it. We can sack it. We can sack it. Oh, perfect. We can sack. We will sack it. That's exactly what we're going to do. Roy with the move. You're guessing they'll have white by then, but they don't now. So let's let them do this and then surgical. They'd have the white anyway by then. Well, we don't know, but we're definitely going to do that play now. There's no reason not to. Try to surgical the Uros, and if they blank that, well, we're good. Now they're putting 2 cards on top that are the least valuable to them because there is an Ashiok in play that they know about. So if not, we have Cling next turn. Yeah, pretty close. Yeah, the Pox line should be okay. We'll see. Either way, we get little pesty boys. Little pescally boys. Am I yielding? No, this is their turn. Thanks for the follow there, Atos. And his Force Negation, Force of Will, Hull Breacher, Jace, Swords, and Teferi. Okay. Think I'm going to throw up a little. Definitely going to throw up a little. Yeah. Let's see if they see it. They do. Exiles Teferi for it. So now they can cast their Jace, because I played the stupid Urborg. Because I was like, I better make my land drop. You'd be crazy not to. Crazy, Zach. Crazy. Yeah, that hand is not okay. We can Castle Locthwain on their turn, though, so we're not that badly off. Like, the castle should help out in some way, shape, or form. And Jace doesn't, like, stop us immediately here. They could bounce Sedgemoor or a Pest, but either way, the Jace will die immediately afterwards. So it's like a 4-mana Brainstorm or 4-mana Boomerang. So that hand is actually not that scary. It's just, like, really crazy, right? This is not the hand we just saw. It's demoralizing, but it's not actually problematic. The worst thing was them having the infinite counter magic to stop the Smallpox, because I need to sack the freaking Locthwain. Or not the Locthwain, the Urborg. No Ice Fangs, please. Good. Oh, it can't block the Witch anyway. No, I don't need to do that. Well, let's try the same play again. I mean, it's kind of working. Ashiok doing good work here. Oh. Oh, they didn't do it. Do you not see? Do you not see? Apparently they were not aware. Unless they have a plan, which really good Magic player, so maybe? Or maybe they missed Roy's sweet line that I never would have found on my own. Chat is a competitive advantage, but only if you're enough of an idiot. Balls. Forgot about that part. Well, that's not too bad. I mean, it kills my Ashiok, so that... And then they have white mana, and then they... Oh, God. This is going to go really, really badly, really, really fast, because I fucked up that turn because I didn't have the right revealed cards. No castle in response. Oh, my God, it blocks the castle. Nope. Nope. No castle in response. Nope. Didn't even remember it had text. Just flash 3-2. It wasn't relevant. And of course it is. Of course it is. Of course it is. Yep. Should have castled in response. I was still waiting until their end of turn. There's nothing that they could possibly play that would make that something I need to do. No, I passed. Of course I passed. I had no interest in activating this until the end of their turn. Why would I? It's just, it's just efficient not to. Oh, no! Come on! Oh. Yeah, well, this is one of the best... What? Oh my God, and I sacked the untapped guy. Because it had Summoning Sickness. And I was like, that makes sense. Sack the one with Summoning Sickness. Alright. I'm scooping out of this. I'm scooping out of yeah, this is just... We're playing against one of the best Legacy players who is an online Legacy grinder. And I'm just playing like garbage. So let's try to find a more winnable game, shall we? I don't think I was going to win that in any reality. That's not my match. Could have gotten the draw back after they sack? What? You're still in that. You had one uptick on Lily, and then the removal for the Hull Breacher. What? They still had more forces, right? Yeah, Smallpox makes them sack a creature. It makes me sack a creature, too. I don't know. I just... Listen, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. It's gone. It's all gone. It's all gone. It doesn't matter anymore. I punted it enough that I wasn't comfortable playing that game anymore, and I wanted out. So I'm not... Yeah, I'm just not... I'm not having it. If no one had said anything about the Locthwain, I would have gone to end a turn and I would have tried to draw a card and given them the treasure, and then I would have been done there. So, okay, show and tell, huh? So we take the force here. Hopefully they fetch a duel. Yeah, I'm just like, I didn't even know how many cards they had in the end. I didn't even know how many cards he had in hand at the end because I punted like 8 times in a row there. Like, every conceivable way that I could have messed up at a bunch of points, I did. And Jeff is so good, he punished the hell out of me every time I did. No, I'm just annoyed with myself because most of those mistakes are things I know, and it's just like unfamiliarity with Legacy. Like when he Hellbreachered me, I was like, I forgot that was a card. Then the second time he Hellbreachered me, I was like, I forgot the text on that card. This looks like the blue-green show and tell. It's late at night. Well, yeah, but this is supposed to be when I stream normally. But I'm just like, I've been playing a lot of Modern. Just because I know the cards in decks doesn't mean I'm actually able to pilot through these matches particularly well. We're good against them given our hand. Well, it depends. I don't know enough about the current versions of these decks. Hey, how's it going, Stickwall?
You can run, but you can't glide.
You've been playing versus my deck a lot lately? Which deck is that? Velomachus Turns? I would assume. I don't know where my hair tie went. So I'm toasty warm now. It's becoming mainstream? Yeah, I suspected it would. I thought I... Alright, hold on. Back in a second. Sorry. So, Jeff, Pokemoki, if you're still here, I thank you for dropping by. And yeah, no problem with you, of course. But it was just like, that was not the first match of Legacy I wanted to play with a deck that I wasn't familiar with. Yeah. Okay, so we got a Wasteland here. I really need to find the second black. I don't know. Most of this hand seems really bad here. Like, I feel like the only thing we want to run into is Delver, and we keep running to anything but, which is the classic Legacy problem. Yeah, all the flash threats. Dude, when you put out the board that was like Ice Fang, Endurance, something else, I was like, oh my god. Like, there's no way I can beat any of these cards. Like, much less all three at the same time. But anyway, I suspected that Sedgemoor Witch would not be good in this deck, and that did not help my feeling on the matter. How did Monofog go? We 2-3'd with it. But it was really, really sweet. Ran into matchups that I thought would be good, but they seemed awful. Hey, take care, Stickball. Thank you for the raid. Anyway, I don't want to be a salty mess anymore. Okay. Bant only exists because of Blue-Red Delver. Y'all scared of Monkey de la Muerte. I disagree. Bant was a good control deck for a long, long time in many different Legacy formats. Uro, I would say, is probably the big reason that Bant exists. It existed before the monkey came along. And it existed against Temur Delver. Yep. Okay. If this isn't Omniscience, we could be okay. Yeah, I mean, sure, but it also... Oh, it's... okay. Which Smog should be a sideboard plan? Oh, right. I knew they had the Omniscience. Do they have Emrakul? Seagate Restoration. Yikes. Don't even get a Liliana here. You know what? I'm good. fine. Have your fun, opponent. I don't know. Yeah, it's just a strong deck in general. Like, all the things that got added to it. Seems a lot like Modern with a bunch of the broken commander cards. Well, I mean, Force of Will is also here. Ponder and Preordain are not banned. Was so excited that I remember Feed is a sorcery. Yeah. Okay. Yes, we can kill it. They took an extra turn. They will find a way to beat us. So this edict is meaningless. No, the edict is meaningless, Roy. They have 7 cards in hand and an extra turn. It's pointless. There's no point. But I think they're a Sylvan Library deck. I think. No, I wasn't getting another turn, Mike. I would not have an opportunity to cast that Feed the Swarm. They should be playing at least one library? I thought they'd be playing more than that. Because I don't really want this if it's only going to... Well, they don't even need another Emrakul in hand. They could just find the same one that I kill over the next turn. They cast every spell. They don't use mana anymore, and their whole deck is Omniscience also. I'm assuming if an Omniscience gets into play, I'm probably dead. Yeah. Some of the cards. I mean, some of the good Legacy cards were from Commander products, but most of them weren't. Once Omni's in play, the game's over unless they have 0 cards. Yeah, exactly. Bring in Surgical. Oh, yeah. Okay. Wait, Surgical? Really? No, these need to go out. Yeah, what am I pushing? Nothing. Got enough discard to maybe spike a combo piece. Yeah. It's kind of why I brought in Dauthi, because we could have a discard into the Emrakul. Innocent Blood seems lackluster. Yeah. Oh, these were supposed to be the board outs. But I guess Chain is actually probably better than Bitterblossom. And then Ashiok is probably better than any of that. Alright. 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 Dauthi Smallpox, very awkward. I haven't really been finding Smallpox to be particularly good, but we're not playing against any creature decks, and like, I think that's my number one issue with this deck so far, is that it doesn't seem committed enough to any of the axes on which it's trying to win. Because like, you have all this creature removal, and then you don't play basically any creatures. And then you have a pretty good bunch of discard, but not enough to put your opponent, like, really under pressure. So, I just... maybe it's just the fact that I'm unfamiliar with how I'm supposed to be applying some of these things. I thought all discard, no pressure was what Pox is. Like, that's Pox to me. Like, Pox, in my mind, plays 1 Mishra's Factory to kill you with on turn, like, 40. Because they just Liliana ultimate you over and over and over again. You can't win with that. It's like 8 rack with no rack. Just 8. The deck is 8. Oh no, it's all good, Mike. It's all good. I'm just here learning them myself right now. And like this deck isn't even playing the full boat of Hymn to Tourach, which kind of seems odd to me. I feel like this is like that's supposed to be one of the main powers. Yeah. Smallpox has felt really rough so far. Cling plus Dauthi. We are a combo deck. I mean, their stuff goes into exile anyway, right? Did I play... I played the wrong land. Of course I did. Which means I should have attacked with the factory. Okay. Sorry, I'm not thinking about these plays enough, I don't think. Yeah, well, if I had a Thoughtseize, it'd be great. If I had a Thoughtseize, I'd at least be excited about trying.
It is imperative that we crush the freedom fighters before the start of the rainy season.
And remember, a shiny new donkey for whoever brings me the head of Colonel Montoya.
Well, there's that card I was ready for. In theory. It's true. Beating them down at the speed of a standard deck over here. So in this game, it could be correct to Edict an Emrakul and hold on, because it'll go under my Dauthi Voidwalker. So Chains of Methamphetamine. I love that. Love that. Yeah, I do too, Jeff. I will be excited to see it. I don't foresee that happening, but it's certainly possible. What if we just went modern style with Pox and played 4 Dauthi Voidwalker main deck? Just get these Poxes out of here. If they play another Fitch, you can kill them next turn. Yep. Assuming they have exactly 0 Force of Wills, we could. 4 Dauthi, 4 Bob, 2 Rotting Registrar. Well, that just sounds awesome. No Ice Fang? Wow. No Ice Fang. You love to see it. Do I Pox them to take them off of fetching? Is it worth it? Because the only thing I could conceivably play next turn is like Edict and Surgical. Just sack the factory here. Seems excessive. All right. Top deck Smallpox becomes lethal as well. It's a good plan. I don't know if that makes it a good plan, but I'm sacking the factory here too, because this is unblockable. I mean, I don't know if this plan is good, but if they force me, I'll be pretty happy. Yep. So you're still at 1, so I got what I wanted anyway. And I got to keep more resources. And they pitched Omniscience. Well, oh my. Cycling Veil of Summer. That is not a sign of strength. Enjoy your brainstorm, you fool. It will be your last. Oh, they won't go for Emrakul here. So that just means they have another... This just means they have another Omniscience, right? And nothing ever mattered. Well, I got a Swamp in. Because they can't block the Voidwalker. This makes no sense. They have to have another Omniscience. Yeah. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see about anything that anyone's suggesting how we could still win. So 2 creatures, and they are Grizzlebrand and Emrakul. Omnitel's a busted deck. I couldn't tell. So they can swing with the Grizzlebrand next turn. Well, we'll see, Mike. We'll see. Misclick library on extra turn. I don't even know if they're allowed to. I know you guys are excited. They have a full turn. They have a full turn. I can't cast Emrakul now. They have a full turn. So, a full turn with an Omniscience in play. Yeah, we get to cast an Emrakul if we live. And that should close out the game. But who knows? Yes. Dreaming of the future. Oh, the future. I mean, if this is getting like a bounce spell, that's pretty brutal. Because I have no... Yeah, I'm assuming we're dead too. But like, yeah, Echoing Truth. So we're screwed now. Because they just bounced the Voidwalker and now I have no play. And then they just attack me to death with a Gristlebrand. 7 cards in hand and Omniscience. Oh, and an Uro. Yeah, I'm done here. I don't need to... Oh. Yeah, no, it does go to the graveyard. Wait. I can surgical it or cling it. Let's cling first. See if we can blow through a force. I'm assuming they'll fight me if they have it. Come on, baby. Give it to me. Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what I was assuming was going to happen. How about this one? You got another one? You got another one? Oh, shoot. The Echoing Truth got to their graveyard because the Voidwalker was bounced. Veil. Okay. You may draw a card. Alright, we got the Uros. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the son of a bitch. Omniscience, show and tell is their hand. Not the best. They don't have any more win conditions in here. So, we'll see. This game could be really epic. So we take 7, we go to 11. Then it'll be our turn. Strimmer luck? We'll see. We'll see. I mean, we're trying. Yeah, Emrakul is under the Dauthi forever. So if I can get this down and use it. Top deck Pox. That'd be not that good. It wouldn't really be that useful. Because I'd have to either discard the Voidwalker or sack it. I guess I could boot up the factory and sack the factory. Do I have enough mana for that? Drawing redundant legendary lands. You'd love to see it. Alright, show me the counter. Show me the counter and I'll be done. Okay, cool. Good match. Both teams played hard. Good match. Castle for a card? I mean, there's nothing that can do anything anymore at that point, Mike. Okay, maybe... No, we cut the Innocent Blood. We literally cut, like, the only card I think could help there. Let you dream. It's fine. Like, again, that's like a tuned-up top-tier deck that we seem inadequately prepared to deal with. Don't know if Pox is the way to go now. I would suspect not. However, we found a matchup where maybe some of all of our removal will be useful. So, although this hand will not. So we got that going for us, which is good. We get turn 2 Stoneforged into turn 3 Cauldron Complete. Oh, dude, what are we playing? A little bit of Pox. A little bit of Pox. So, you know, the good stuff. Played all top tier decks today. 4-color Fog and Pox. Oh, they've got the split. Is Strifo still here? It's so important that you know. They got the split. You're never going to predict them. They're unpredictable. Okay, so if I Chain of Smog them, they're just going to shoot me back. The non-Ice Age Snowland? Wait, what? The Ice Age what? Oh, I see. It's a modern border, but with the Ice Age art? Is that what you mean? Well, that sucks. Wait, but we have the combo, right? So if they don't have a Swords to Plowshares, we'll be okay? Well, that's the only way... This is the only way to win. Is to try to combo kill them. I mean, I guess... So, I could play a Liliana this turn, Edict them. Liliana will die, I'll take 5, maybe 6. I'm just wondering if I can get to 5 mana, so I can't do it all at once. But it still loses to them having a Swords up. Oops. I think it makes sense to try, but... We've got 2 Edicts in a row. 3 Edicts in a row, sorry. We got Mother of Runes this matchup too. No, I get it. I got it. It's a Plains from Ice Age that is not a Snow Plains, but this is not from Ice Age. This is the art from Ice Age, but it's not the land from Ice Age. This is Cold Age? It's not Cold Snap, though. That's not a Cold Snap land. That's not the Cold Snap set symbol. I think this is Ice Age Online Edition. Because that's not Cold Snap. Cold Snap is Icicles. It's from the precons. Sure. No, I understand Ice Age had both snow and non-snow lands. This land is not from Ice Age. That's all I was ever saying. That's the only point I was trying to make. This land here is not from Ice Age. The art on this land is from Ice Age. But that land is not from Ice Age. Alright, well. If they've got the swords, we're done. They didn't have the Cold Snap symbol on the precon cards. Okay. No swords? They're just waiting until end of turn. No F6 value for you, opponent? Okay. Just dead. Cool. Brutality. Oh, yeah, I remember. They had the Ice Age art in the modern frame. Alright. Plague Engineer, Toxic Deluge. If Lily wasn't making a difference, is it better to just give them one less draw? Well, Lily was making a difference, right? In theory, bring in Null Rod. I felt like Lily was making a difference in theory there. Like, with them committing... Cut the Clings, sure. Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, maybe it was better to just jam. The thing is, I was trying to get to 5 mana because I didn't know they had the Wasteland yet. I was hoping what would happen is they would tap down, dealing with something or another, or trying to apply more threats. And on that turn, I would hit 5 mana and just go for the combo. That was my plan. So the Liliana mattered only in that it gave me something to do in the meantime while I was trying to draw lands and hope that they would tap down. Because if it doesn't look like I'm playing any creatures, why would they constantly keep up Swords to Plowshares? Not that they have to try, because it only costs 1 mana, but... Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Seems pretty good. If this hand can't win a game, I don't know which one will. All right. Easy first Thoughtseize. You got gut shotted by D&T today. Good draw. Oh. Thoughtseize bug. I love a good Thoughtseize bug. We take the Council's Judgment. They just have Flicker Wisp. Yeah. Seems good. Okay, so we go Liliana, discard the swamp. They'll play their Flicker Wisp, and then we'll Liliana it. It should be game. Seriously? Come on, man. Help me out here. Moto can't accept that Box has a chance. I guess not. It won't take it. It won't give me my win. Why isn't D&T playing Ragavan? Because they'll never go two colors. Or yeah, they'll never go two colors, right? Not in Legacy. You can't do that. Did they just reset my Liliana to 3? Okay. I don't think I've ever seen that before. You got it. Yeah, no, they got me good. Hello. We did it! We won a game! I don't believe it. I just want to thank Lord Michael and Roybert and all the people in chat. D&T with Bobs was cool too. Isn't that Dead Guy Ale? Red D&T with Ragavan. You'll win too, Mike. You'll win too. You'll definitely beat me in a fight. Yeah, I feel like this deck is supposed to be maxing out on him. That's been a pretty consistent feeling across this whole league. Like, if I had been able to draw more disruption in most of the games I played so far, I would have been happier. And him just has such a high upside. It's just like, they have to force you, because then at least they're choosing against the blue decks. 2 Smogs over 2 Hymns just for the combo. But why not 6, right? Like, I don't know. It just, I don't know. It just, that just feels... Put them all to 6. Keep... It just feels like for him is where I would want to be every time. The only times we've ever been anywhere close to comboing, we've been beaten by Swords to Plowshares, like, instantaneously. Without even trying to combo. They didn't blow us out. They were just playing the game. They were just like, oh, let's kill that now. It's the only creature. 3 Hymn, 1 Koru? Well, I mean, the Smog makes sense. I just think you should play a lot more creatures if you want to do this. So, we take Recruiter here, right? I think Recruiter is the only reasonable take. I mean, my hand doesn't do anything with the swords, but I think I have to take the Recruiter. The value chains are just going to get out of control really fast. Him just seems like the best card in the deck. I agree with you. I also think playing only Sedgemoor Witch as like your creature as your only creature is just like crazy. I don't like playing decks like that where it's like, here's my very naked exposed thing. We have enchantment removal. We're playing it. Literally playing enchantment removal in our deck. Nether Void? The one of Nether Void in Pox? Yeah, I like that. I like a one of Nether Void in Pox because it makes sense, because it's a creature that doesn't care that it's the only creature. It's a creature that doesn't care that it's a magnet for removal. Whereas we're playing the Sedgemoor Witch and we actually want to do stuff with it. Yeah, it was a thing in Modern too when they put it in Time Spiral 1? Nether Void is Nether Spirit? Nether Spirit, I think. Hey, Jig. Oh, I probably should have wasted them there. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. Wait, play my Sedgemoor Witch. Into their Swords to Plowshares? No. Yes? Well, I'm going to have to do it eventually, right? Might as well do it now. Leaving the Wasteland for a Volt to kill the Flicker Wisp. That makes sense. Because they do have a GTA and enough mana to equip it. So I do need to have a way to beat that. Because in theory, they'll Flicker Wisp on my EOT. Sure. Flicker Wisp on my EOT. And then equip the GTA. Yeah, Ragavan's over 100 ticks sometimes. It's not just 100 tickets. Sometimes it's more. Yeah. I think it was 117 at one point. It's steadily been 117. Yeah, nailed it. Yeah, 135. Give it true name Nemesis. Yeah, I remember the last time I saw something. Oh, no. I wanted to attack with my Mishra's Factory. Ah. Sorry. The last time I saw a card that was anything like this was Ren 6. It's fine. I just look like I really want to badly use Castle Locthwain. By badly, I mean illegally. No, my blocker. Whatever shall I do? Now, if they have the second Flicker Wisp, we're going to get got. Don't worry, guys. I'll deny their mana. So they won't be able to equip the GTA. That's how that works, right? Okay. Resolves? They're going to Flicker Wisp their land? They may end up being unpleased with the result here. Push while on stack. No, I wanted them to have... I just wanted it to come in and resolve first. See what I was dealing with. Maybe it was going to be Sanctum Prelate on 1. Which would have been a problem. So maybe I should have done that anyway. But, yeah. Oh, we got a little blown out there. I don't know, maybe I was supposed to waste on my turn, but then I don't have a way to get Revolt, so that's what I'm looking for now. We're pushing again. Well, I don't have a way to get Revolt. Push the second one. Oh my god, of course. You don't need one revolt per... God, I am just playing like garbage. I honestly don't know what's wrong with me today. I do not. There's no... I know it's fine. I just, like, there's just no excuse for this. I should attack with the factory, too. Yep, should have attacked with the factory. Again, well... Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on still. It's pretty bad. Yes, I know, but then they have the 2 counters on GT. Which means this race is going to get really dumb really fast. What's the GT do a deck with no creatures? Yeah. Definitely doesn't matter on this board at all. Surely it's irrelevant. 4 life for 2 dead tokens. I know, but the playing... I don't know if you've played a lot with Bitterblossom, but Bitterblossom is very... What's that card called? Demonic Pact? Bitterblossom feels like a lot like Demonic Pact. Yeah, exactly. And now I can't attack with the factory. Unless I draw another one. It's not even about it killing you particularly fast. It's just that, like, I don't feel comfortable to Locthwain here, right? I probably should. I think I should. But I don't feel comfortable about it. And, like, they're a creature deck, and it doesn't take much for them to suddenly flip this and I end up dying to my Bitterblossom. All I'm saying is that you lose a lot of games in which you resolve a Bitterblossom. I've done it enough times. Like it really... That's the kind of thing I was activating for. Because that was more than worth it. The disruption that I will get from this point is... Okay, this time I did not want to attack with the factory. Or even animate it, so it's fine. But if they have a recruiter or something here, we're just going to get buried, I think. Actually don't like Blossom at all. It certainly hasn't felt good in this deck. It's been very... I don't know. Fairies is the best deck I've ever played it in. And even in that deck, it was lackluster a lot of the time, so... But at least Bitterblossom kind of makes sense. Whereas I don't know about the Sedgemoor Witch. Jeez. Better not be a recruiter. But whatever it is, it's a 3-drop, so this Fatal Push is just not going to be good. Okay. So I could push it now. Why are you screaming? Relax. So I can push it now, but I just feel like, I don't know. Yeah. They're going to end up getting counters on it. No, I could have let them attack, right? Because they want to kill the Liliana. That's why they did that on main phase 2. I should have let them attack with the GTA equipped, and they would have minused on one of my fairies, and I would have gotten a 2-mana tempo swing there. I don't think it's going to end up mattering. We're in a good spot anyway, but I think I could have gotten more out of that. Because they would equip the GT here. Things are happening and I can't see them. This moto lag is very weird now. Does opponent draw lands? Apparently they do not. You gotta know when to hold 'em. This card's Mother of Runes. Okay. Know when to fold 'em. Know when to crack for two. Know when to back. Get 'em. Get 'em, fairies. We're doing okay here, but... Oh, they're going for it. They only killed one? Come on. Come on. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Now, I don't know if we can ever Locthwain ever again, but at least I can threaten my opponent with a good time. Second factory at some point, please, would be good. Council's Judgment. Of course. Votes for Liliana. I have made mistakes with this card before. Let me not do that again. Oh, shit. I was supposed to draw there. Maybe. Remember to vote for the same thing. I literally made the joke. I will never make that mistake again in my life. It came from a fundamental misunderstanding of how that card works, based on the fact that I didn't think it was as stupid as it is. But obviously it was one of those things where it's like, I never paid attention to how it actually worked, because everyone who actually plays against it doesn't pay attention, because they don't have to. They don't have to. They don't have to pay attention. They know how it works. They're not idiots. But I had to be an idiot who had to break it in half. It's not even just a you thing. But I feel like, yeah, it's the first time everyone plays against it, because everyone has the same thing happen that I had happen. Where, where they think, oh, this is a fair and balanced Magic card that's probably really interesting. Council's Judgment. It could easily have been designed in a way that was a fun and interesting Magic card. And instead, it's an obnoxious spell. Cards should not be legal in 1v1 constructed formats. Well, looks like we might get a match win here. It's looking good. Looking good. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah. We're very slowly getting away with this. Alright, opponent, you need to draw... Well, not Thalia. Stoneforge Mystic would be okay. I'm okay with seeing a Stoneforge Mystic here. Delicious anemic clock. Oh, it's so good. Oh, yes. I mean, Bitterblossom, despite my critique, seems to be going the distance. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that Knight of the Wind. It's just, there's just something special about Council's Judgment. I mean, the biggest problem is, like, it became widely played. Sorry, we're just going to kick the client here, because it's running like molasses again. This is crazy. Like, I don't understand you, Moto. I really do not. Yeah, well, it's True Name. I have a whole separate rant about True Name. All right, I'll be back 1 second. Want to grab me a meat stick. Got emotions for the Monarch mechanic? Well, the Monarch mechanic is, like, at least kind of interesting. The card Palace Jailer is really obnoxious, but the Monarch mechanic is kind of neat. But true name just bothers me. That's not what protection from a player should mean at all. At all. Why does it protect it from the permanents? It drives me crazy. I mean, protection from target player is interesting, right? I think that's an interesting mechanic to come up with. I don't even think that's why it's that confusing, Roy. It's just like when you think of how that card would be designed, it feels to me like if there's a tie, then everyone should lose, period, right? Alright, I think I'm keeping this in the dark, but, like, I'm not happy about it. Ties don't lead to a shittier situation. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I hope they're playing creatures. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Well, I suppose Null Rod's going to be good here. Oh, red? Blood Moon, huh? Oh, Rabbly Boy. Well, that makes Smallpox a lot worse. I hope I draw a fetch land to enable Revolt. He didn't. Uh-oh. Chandra 4? Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Seems fun. Wow, what a start. I mean, this is normal. This is normal for these decks. So what are they flipping it into? Like an Emrakul? No, it's just going to be like another... Yeah. Okay. We're just dead. Cool. Alright. So Null Rod. Maybe? That seems really slow. And Toxic Deluge. Seems horrible. Feed the Swarm? Sure. To dodge Blood Moons? Do I really need to? Pes. P-E-S. Pez. I don't know what that is. It's just being on the draw against Legacy, like, Prison. That's normal. That wasn't anywhere near as bad as the game against Bant. Oh, Plague Engineer. Plague Engineer. Yeah, Plague Boy on Goblin should be good. Yeah. Well, I think I'd rather have Cling than Bitterblossom. It's just going to kill me, right? But I guess I have to find a way to close the game. Well, they have Chalice, though, right? That deck must be playing Chalice. Yeah. Goblins? That's not goblins. We're not playing against goblins at all. This is the mono-red prison deck. I assume. Swap the BB for 2 Damping Spheres. Yeah, I could. Sure. What? No, there's no point though, right? It's too late. Yeah, I think this is the prison deck. It's like Dragon Stompy or whatever they call it. Except it hasn't played dragons in forever. Yeah. This is like the modern evolution of that deck, but it is that deck. If you think like modern mono red prison, it's like that. Well, Stompy means something totally different in Legacy than it does in most other formats. So they have City of Traders. So they didn't have turn 1 here. Oh, they've got Den of the Bugbear. Neat. Fury won't do much against us now. So I could take the War Boss here. Because if they find what they need to get turn 1 Trinisphere, I'm not too worried about it. And then we can Wasteland, depending on what land they play, cut them off. So we'll see how they play this out. Waste the fast land? Well, we'll see how they sequence, though, right? Oh, sorry, Zero is even. I don't have all my stuff set up yet, so that won't work. I'm so sorry. Hold the waste for the Bugbear. Isn't that the creature land? The fast land. Yeah, the fast land. This is the fast land. The Bugbear is the fast land. Oh, well, this could hit more lands. I can Thoughtseize one of their lands, but him time? I think I'd rather guaranteed take the Trinisphere, right? Then they don't have anything to cast. I think this turn we take the Trinisphere. We don't care about Tribal. We have 3 basics. What? The fast land is City of Traders. That's a soul land. Trinisphere doesn't do anything. I mean, it doesn't do much. Alright, fine. We'll just him him, I guess. Oh, but now whatever. All our deck is 2cc and 3cc. I mean, it's not, but alright, fair enough. If you're not worried, we got Fury and Trinisphere. It's a pretty good him. They kept a slow hand on the draw against a discard spell. You're kind of afraid of the speed of Fury? Jeez, good top deck. That's how you beat our deck. That's how you beat us. Just top deck. But I mean, I'm not wrong about, what's it called? I'm not wrong about City of Traders, right? That's not a fast land. Nobody calls those fast lands. Ancient Tomb and City of Traders, they're both the soul lands. S-O-L, like Soul Ring. I don't think I'm crazy. Yeah, Soul Land. Those are soul lands, not fast land. Fast land is a very particular... That's the enter the battlefield untapped unless it's your 4th or higher land, or unless you control more than 2 other lands. It's a fast land. Soul land is more of an EDH term. No, soul land is a legacy term. I mean, I know you played some amount of Legacy Terror, but soul land is a legacy term. I've heard infinite people call them soul lands. I've never heard those lands called fast lands, even though clearly they do help you go fast. But the Stompy deck is all about the soul lands. Yeah. I mean, I can get a land out of them. Might as well. I can cast all my cards. Yeah, Canal. Well, so the Scars of Mirrodin and then Kaladesh cycle. Call them Zoom lands. Zoomer lands. Anyone want Zoomer land? Buy Zoomer land for $1. Opponent discarded City of Traders, and they sacrifice City of Traders. That's neat. Yeah! Don't you know you gotta name the monkey? I'm gonna name Spirit here, because they're playing Fury, which is an elemental invocation, but it's spiritually similar. As long as he doesn't wander into Modern, he'll be fine. Good draw. Not playing around the sideboard switch out plan of Ape Tribal. No, I'm playing around the Spirit Tribal. Dedoy. Oh god. Well then. Bonk. I'll take it. Good draw. Can't take this play seriously, huh? Wait, I'm supposed to attack with the Plague Engineer, right? Yeah. Factory beats this, fine. We'll trade the Factory. Plague Engineer does better work because if they draw more Simian Spirit Guides, then it's helpful. Ah, fuck. Please push that. I would love to. I would love to push their creatures. I would be so stoked to be able to play the Fatal Push that's been in my hand all game. I would love it. I can only push if they miss their Chalice trigger. Come on, baby. Stay on target. Cool. Yes, I'm aware. There was no out. We were very dead. Very dead. They top deck the Chalice. Like, what can we do? Thanks, Ryan. Thank you. And what play do you recommend that where I wasn't dead? I had literally no options left. Nothing. I could have died more. Well, I don't think our deck is that oppressive. I read the terms and conditions. I was comfortable with what was about to happen to me. I am very much aware of the limitations of Feed the Swarm. As much as I'm aware of... No, more than I was aware of Council's Judgment. Feed the Swarm was intuitive to me. They gave the color black enchantment removal for a price. And creature removal, which sort of just, you know, syncs up perfectly with it. Feel like several of these games were actually winnable overall. You mean like overall if I was playing better, or like we were just like a couple top decks away? Flavor question, why does feed cost you life? I think you're feeding the swarm with yourself? Yeah, or the swarm is feeding on you, but also on the thing? Yeah, that is a good question. Pox always pretends that we can win with a couple of top decks. I mean, there are some of these games where it's like if we were incredibly lucky, we could have made it. But I'm not sure. Your smooth brain after work is why you don't play League after you get off work. That is definitely a thing that happens to the best of us. Well, like, I mean, one of the other big things I would say from this league is I have no idea if the hands I'm keeping in the dark are good enough. On blue decks, I have a kind of good idea, but on this deck, it's like really hard for me to figure out if any of the hands I'm keeping are remotely close to what I should be doing when I don't know what my opponent's on, right? Because it's like one of the hands I kept was like Fatal Push, like Liliana against... I think that was against the Texas deck? No, we lost game 1, right? Alright, this one's fine. We've got our quote-unquote combo here. But well, let's hope they're on creatures. Ship the Pox. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I figured it out. Put them all to 5. Uh-oh. Iron Claw is probably on Infect. Opponent has mulled to 3. Just want to know you wanted you guys all to know where we're at. So, yep, that's where we're at. All right, 3 cards on the play. Lotus Petal. All right. They find turn 1 Chalice. Gamble. Echo of Eons. Alrighty. Hand is now garbage. It should be Storm and not Karn Echoes. Karn Echoes wouldn't be playing Gamble. Yeah, am I supposed to hymn them here? I guess so, because if they're about to Echo again, it won't matter. Yeah, I mean, we might as well. Like, we're not going to Edict or Fatal Push, right? Oh, they're on Spanish. They're on SI. That's what's happening. Tinderwall means they're on Spanish Inquisition. 10 out of 10. It's oops all spells? No. What? I call Spanish Inquisition, or some variety of nonsense. 100% it's oops. I'll take that bet. Does look like it could be Belcher. Could be Spanish Inquisition is just like an all-in combo deck that has a couple different ways it can win, and I've played it on my YouTube before. So if you go there and you search Legacy Spanish Inquisition, yeah, it could be Belcher, but I'm not taking any guff on it being oops all spells. Let's find out what they're up to. Nobody expects it. Gee, do we think it's Belcher? Inquisition, Spanish Inquisition does play Belcher. Mono Red Ruby? Can't be Mono Red. No, you just take the Belcher, right? Could they not have gotten going here? 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So they could have gotten their Belcher to play last turn. No, I said they could have gotten going. Like, I'm not saying they could kill me. Obviously, they couldn't kill me or they would have done it, but... But yeah, Spanish Inquisition, I was forgetting. It's half Storm Deck and half Belcher. Oh, they're going. Go for something here. Oh, they're gonna Burning Wish and then Monkey or no, they can't. They can't get goblins. They can't. They can't. They don't have enough mana. Unless they drew one more mana. Jeska's Will. There we go. You get 6 mana. Oh my god. Drew a second Burning Wish. That's... Oh my god. I mean, I can't even be mad about that, right? I really cannot. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Want those. Probably want these. Don't need these. Don't need these. Okay. Bring in the swarms for their ley lines. Sure. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. Cut a cling. Cut last. Oh, yeah. Sedgemoor's a faster clock. Although Deluge is fine. Does Ashiok even do anything? What do they search? You just mess with their graveyard too. Well, they can be playing other search effects too. This is not good enough. This is also not good enough. But, like, double Thoughtseize is pretty okay. They kept their 7. They're going to have Veils. It's probably fine. Well, they might have, what's it called, for their 1 Taiga. Yeah, land grant. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a really small empty, so they won't do that. So you take the land grant and then they can't get started. Think I take the empty? I don't know. Well, I guess I kept a hand with Smallpox, right? So maybe that was wrong. How many lands did they play? Just 1. Exactly 1. Yeah, now I can take the empty. Or I feel like I should. No, they play a Taiga, Michael. Nobody actually plays a foil Russian Stomping Grounds. Yeah, yeah, the land grant makes your Belcher 100% to kill. Instead of whatever percentage it was before. Okay. Now we gotta find some business. That'll do. That'll do. Thanks, deck. Yeah, the way Belcher reads is wow. All right. I mean, I'm gonna do it. That's really incredible. Crap. Oh, but they can't play Echo this turn. That's funny. Come on, permanent. I want a permanent. Oh, wait. That's good. Yoink. Crab ran away with your Crab ran away with their Echo. Could hymn them? Yeah, we could have hymned them. You're right. Oh, we should. Obviously, we should. I should have done that. Am an idiot. I was thinking the hymn was irrelevant because they were going to Echo. Then I found the out for the Echo and immediately forgot that I could hymn them afterwards for value. It had nothing to do with me trying to count the storm count of my Damping Sphere nonsense because I didn't. Okay, good. There we go. We got the game win on board. Bam. So, did not... We did hit an Empty the Warrens just there and a Gamble. Okay. And they discarded a Gamble on end step. I played around the top deck Echo. Yeah, that's what it did. For sure. I was all about it. It's like, yo, I don't want to lose like a sucker. We got the Klingon Graveyard now. I'm going to use that. So I probably, if they wheel, I don't think I'm going to want infinite Thoughtseizes in my deck. If they're drawing 7, it's probably... Stop playing Legacy for a few years when Belcher became a deck. That was probably a good choice for you if that's where you felt like you needed to be. Attack. Pump. Do 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 do. Opponent's not giving up, nor should they. In it to win it, no holding back. 8 cards in hand, no future. Oh, they're doing stuff. They had some Simian Spirit Guides. Cast Desperate Ritual, alright. So that's mana neutral. It's a 2-mana spell that adds 3, makes the next spell cost 1 more. So, good for storm count. Yep. So they could Warrens for what, 2? gamble? Okay. Discards Belcher. I wonder if that's a problem for their plan. Last game they gambled on a 50-50, right? The last two cards in their hand were Echo and LED. Yeah, and they won the game because they discarded the Echo, not the LED. Okay, so we've now got 2 outs for goblins. I probably just play the Plague Engineer this turn. I still have the Cling, so yeah, I can do that. Presumably they tutored for LED. Yeah, I mean, last game? Yeah. Wait, what? No, but gamble puts it in your hand before you discard. It's still a 50-50. They had 2 cards in hand when they gambled. Or 1 card in hand when they cast the gamble, but during the resolution of gamble... Oh. Alright, well, we have the Damping Sphere, so... Let's see what they can do. If they had LED in hand, they should play the LED before tutoring. Oh, yeah. Did they do that? I don't think they did. No, the last thing that they... Yeah. We got the Null Rod to shut off the Belcher. This should be over now. Hold on. Do I want to play a second one? Probably. They didn't, though. That's why I thought they probably gambled for the LED. Alright, opponent's not having it. Good. So let's just not die on turn 1. Do nothing Null Rod. Roy, I played the card and they scooped immediately. They weren't even dead. What are you saying? It won me the game. Play Null Rod, win games. That's what it's all about. You play the Null Rod, you win the game. That's how we do it. All right. Nope. Yes. Yep. Yep. This is the... Yep. That's the hand I want. Yep. Okay. Spirit Guide into Tinderwall. I just don't die. Everyone stay perfectly still. Yep. Add 1 red for each card in target opponent's hand. So I could go down 1. I don't think it's worth it. So they're going to have 6? So they could go Burning Wish for goblins? If I go to 5... I should go to 5. I should definitely go to 5. Let's nuke their Rite of Flames. I think it's worth it. I think it's 100%. 6 mana is exactly enough. Exactly enough for them to Burning Wish for goblin. I don't think you don't do this. I think you do it. Because 6 is so relevant. So they still have another Warrens. But I was correct. They did have what I suspected they would have. So the question is, how big did their storm count get? 1, 2, 3... So 8 goblins? I think we're just dead. I don't think we can get there. Plague Engineer is going to be too slow. Huh? What? What? Oh, right. Surgical is not revealed, but... Another Jessica's... Oh, my God. Right, of course. Of course, they don't play anything in the main deck, so they can up their storm count. So, now we're dead in 2 turns. If I had drawn the land fast enough, we could have been okay. But I can't, so... Died on turn 1. Draw turn 0, essentially. Okay. No worries. Yeah, so that was a rough league. I mean, the hardest thing for me was just, like, we never ran into Delver. The one creature deck we ran into, D&T, that was the one match we won. So, I do not like this list. I don't like the Sedgemoor Witch, Chain of Smog stuff. Sedgemoor Witch and Chain of Smog are individually not good enough for Legacy. And I don't particularly feel great about Bitterblossom. Like, yeah, it won us a game against D&T. So in the one matchup we won, it was kind of okay. But, like, I don't like Thoughtseize and Cling and Fatal Push as our ones. Like, this, it just seems, like, really all over the place. There's just not enough concentration of anything. There's full 4 Fatal Pushes with Pox and Edicts and Lilianas. Like, I don't know. It's tough. This is a tough deck for me to look at and try to evaluate. It just seemed like we weren't doing enough of anything. So if you want to play the Sedgemoor Witch Chain of Smog stuff, I feel like you need more Sedgemoor Witches, but you just need more aggressive creatures in general, and maybe drop a lot of the Planeswalkers, because they... Like, this is just too many 3s in this deck, it felt like. And without enough... Like, if I was on all discard in order to try to get up here with a clear battlefield, or if the whole format was on creatures like Modern was a little while back, it was basically all creatures. So there were decks that were kind of like this that could be okay for a bit. The food deck, the black-green food deck was kind of like this, where it just didn't really have any game for combo. You just had to, die to it. But that's fine, because you were just dealing with all the creatures. Not that this doesn't have a game for combo, but it's like, it's not enough, it felt like. So, I don't know. Anyway, not a Legacy expert at the moment. Don't play a ton of Legacy, but I'm vaguely aware of the format. And I'm not surprised to see this deck do quite poorly in an open league that we ran into. We got smoked by that red prison deck, like Dragon Stompy or whatever they're calling that deck now. That was not close. It did not feel like we really had a chance at all there. Bant Control, I feel like we also got buried, like just brutally. Dragon Stompy's not even common right now. Sure, I mean, but neither is Pox, right? So. Neither is Spanish Inquisition. So, it's, yeah. Anyway, so that's it for that league. So if you are watching this on the future on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, check out any other videos you're interested in, and I will see you there. For those of us who are live, I think that's it for me tonight. I was considering doing a little bit more, but I started early and it's been enough. So tune in tomorrow for more modern stuff, I guess. Maybe I'll try to go earlier and start up with the modern stuff, because then I can't go super late if I'm going to play in the showcase. So we'll see what I end up doing tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll be on it. Yeah, thanks, y'all. Thank you. Where are we rating? Zan Saeed is doing 24 hours of Modern. So let's hit him with the raid. because I didn't see anyone else who's playing Modern. Yeah, doesn't look like it. Some drafting.